Listen, I will go cut somebody if I need to. Girl. Do you find within the industry that models are competitive with one another?
I actually don't feel that way, but I don't know if that's because like I'm not super competitive. But I also think that has to do with the fact that I was really lucky early on and I did well early on. We are, I guess, technically some of us fighting for the same jobs and stuff like that. But because I got my Maybelline contract pretty early on, I had a steady income early on. And so if you don't know out there, models, we kind of get paid per day. So if you show up for the day, you get your day rate, but we don't have a salary really. But having a contract is the closest we'll ever have. But sometimes I'll get the energy from other girls that they are competing with me, but like if you're not competing back, it doesn't like really work, because you're just like, okay, like you're just like, cool, do you, like, I'm good. Do you think they are?
I mean, I had a different experience because when I started modeling, I was not successful right away, which is totally fine. I think that it's a bit systemic, like the way the industry's set up, right? Like if we're all going to be in a group setting, we're not all on the same team. No. It's not like we're on the same basketball team trying to win. No. And you know, you see a lot of the same girls at castings and you're all going for the same job. So, you know, by nature, it's going to be a bit competitive. But I always try to sort of embrace even the girls I'm in competition with, and like have each other's backs, because at the end of the day, we all relate to each other so well.
I guess like maybe I did feel competitive or pangs of that. Like if you're up for a really big job, and especially now with social media, if you don't get it, you know who did. They're gonna post about it, and then you're like,
it's so true.
And you're like, you picked that brunette with blue eyes? No, but like you do know, so you do have those moments, and then you're like, oh, is it me? Why not me?
All right, so ready for a heavy one? No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to share this if you don't want to, but what is your biggest insecurity?
I have like my emotional or mental ones, and then I have like physical ones. I feel like
you can choose. You don't have to.
No, I mean, like I used to be really insecure about my body for a long time. That was like a really big one for me. But then as I got older, that kind of went away, and I was like, oh, actually my body's fine. It's all good. It works. Like it's
Your body's great.
It's not perfect, but it'll do. I felt like I didn't go to college, and did you go to college? I forget.
I didn't.
You didn't. I don't know. Like that started weighing on me. And when I would interact with people who weren't in our industry, who did go to college or maybe really good colleges or whatever it may be, I felt like I wasn't as smart as them or as good as them, or maybe I couldn't keep up with a conversation as well as them, which is actually like not true at all.
That's what I was thinking. Do you think that it was more of them projecting and then you...
I think it was a mix of both.
Or maybe people were making you feel smaller because of your career?
Yeah, I think people sometimes do that. Like people make jokes about models being dumb and stuff like that. But like you do I kind of internalize that a little bit, and then I would be like, oh, I'm just a model. Like I don't know, like I've never done that. But actually, like the older I get, the more you realize that we've traveled so much, experienced so much, interacted with so many people, that I'm like, this is a crazy knowledge.
Totally. I think that this has been like an education of the world and culture. You know what I mean? Like I understand, I have so much more empathy for people from all types of different places, because I understand like their upbringing was different.
Are you in the frame?
As long as Bear's in the frame, that's all that really matters.
She is nervous. It's okay, baby.
Ooh. In the past, do you think that the industry has been somewhat abusive?
I personally have never felt, I wouldn't say abused is the word, but I would say I have felt maybe forced into situations or places or moments where I'm like, when I say forced, I think more so because I was young. That's the thing about our industry, is that models start really young, and I remember feeling such a complex with authority. Like when I was 16, 17, you're like, oh, I have to do what this person's telling me because they're an adult and I'm a kid. Like I was still in school. Like I still listened to teachers.
I actually never thought about it that way. You're right. That's such a good point.
When I look back now, I'm like, I was just a kid, and maybe that person shouldn't have said that to me. I think there were moments, but do you feel like it was or is?
I think people mistake kindness for weakness.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Earlier, but I do think progress is being made now. Like even when I'm on set, I notice people are far more conscious of making sure there's like a block around me while I'm changing. Even something as simple as that like makes such a huge difference to know that my space is being protected, because for the longest time it just felt like we weren't like treated that way. What is your proudest achievement in life, work or non-work related?
I think like It's weird. One of my biggest achievements, but like even though I'm not doing it right now, is I went back to school a couple of years ago.
Wow,
or I went
great.
to school. I'm not in college right now, but I was. I went to Columbia on the Upper West Side.
Columbia?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I'm already a dropout, so it's not that great. But the reason...
Well, you have priorities.
Yeah, doing other things.
You have
but-
other things going on. It's chill. This complex is kind of, I feel like it's almost probably been like forced on you without you even knowing it, because
Maybe.
you are so beautiful, and maybe people have wanted to push you down, maybe? I'm not your
No.
therapist. This
No.
isn't a therapy session, but it could be a mix of both.
Yeah.
You know? Quick fire.
Quick fire.
Model questions round.
Oh my God,
All
okay.
right? Location or studio?
Studio.
Runway or photo shoot?
Photo shoot. Not much on the runway.
Bro, I feel you.
I'm like,
Give me a shoot all day.
oh.
Sorry, it's kind of dark. Meanest thing you've ever heard from a casting director, or just on a job.
Oh my God. One time someone said that I had a body like a football player. What
Oh my God.
You asked the question. She's like, oh my God. It was so
No, I'm just so amazed at the things that come out of people's mouths. Earliest call time ever?
I think it was like 2:30.
2:30. That's
Morning.
good. Any red carpet or job, embarrassments, disasters, emergencies.
Everyone was like in line for this really big red carpet that I was invited to, I swear. And I was in front of a bunch of models behind me. You have to like wait to get your picture taken, part of the job. So I was waiting and I got to the front of the line and they were like, yeah, there's a step and repeat for you upstairs. Like you can't get your photograph taken here, literally. And they were like, yeah, no, sorry. I was like so mortified because like I had like my peers behind me and in front of me.
What?
So embarrassing.
I will go cut somebody if I need to.
If
Do
I
you need
shared
me to
that,
kill someone?
I would like, yes, maybe.
Girl. Video or stills?
Video. I think I like video better. It's more fun.
Yeah. Do you ever tell the photographer, we got it?
I love that
If you
question
shot
so
too many
much.
frames.
If you don't know, by the way, like photographers sometimes they go on and on and on shooting and you hear stories, myths of legends who basically say like, you have the picture, like we're done here. No, I wouldn't do it though. Do you?
No, I mean,
no.
God, I wish. I fantasize about it.
Yeah.
Most memorable career moment.
It was when I was on the cover of French Vogue. Like,
Oh, wow,
that was because like that was a big career goal.
That's huge.
And something
Wow.
like that was big. When we first started, that was like the end all
yeah.
be all. Like if you were on the cover of French Vogue,
Yeah.
it was like. And I think when that happened, I was like, dang, like I feel legit.
I am here.
Yeah.
I'm here to stay. Least glamorous part of the job or toughest part?
Like the lack of stability is tough. Not knowing when your next job is, not knowing if it's your last job, just not knowing what's next and where you're going to be.
Fave skincare brand.
Ooh, my favorites are, I like Biotherm, Dr. Barbara Sturm, and I like African Botanics. I like clean brands.
Biggest pet peeve on set?
I hate when people like kind of like fawn. This is like a first world problem. I'm aware of that. When people like fawn over you and like ask you the same questions over and over again.
Yeah.
So I think I said this in one of my videos or at some point, but like I think people think you should treat the model like this, but people will be like, do you want anything? Do you need anything? Do you want coffee? Do you want water? Do you want to sit down? Like, what do you need? Like, how can I help you? And it's almost like, oh my God, like I'm just a regular person and if I need that, I can get it.
Yeah.
Like,
one time I fucked with somebody who like handed me a water bottle and I said room temp, and I was totally kidding, and he just like looked totally mortified. Biggest misconception about modeling?
I think the biggest misconception is that like models are not smart. I think that's a big one. Like it's crazy, and I think sometimes even models give off a facade that they might not be that smart. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're playing into something, but when you actually sit down with girls or start chatting with people and get into conversation, like even me and you, I remember like we connected the first couple of times we worked
Yeah.
together. Like you know immediately like this person is smart, this person is aware, this person is not messing around.
Yeah,
like, they're not just like
exactly.
lackadaisical. Like we
Yeah.
all know exactly what we're doing or what we're trying to build. A lot of us do,
Yeah.
I think.
Any iconic model you look up to, or role model in general?
For models, I'd say I love Christy Turlington.
Love.
I think she's a good one.
Yeah. What's the #1 question you get about modeling, and how do you respond?
I think the #1 question you get is, do you get to keep the clothes?
No, that's true.
Everyone
Yes, that's a good
asks
one.
that.
Yes. That or what are you going to do after modeling? I'm like, I don't know, like chill.
Yeah.
like, I'm
Hopefully nothing. No,
like
no, no.
hopefully retire. tired. No, I'm just kidding. Something people don't know about you.
I think something people might not know about me is that we were talking about this earlier, that I'm kind of introverted. That's probably like not even that interesting, but
I think that's very interesting. And I think that there needs to be more of a conversation about introverts.
no noise,
Yeah.
no people.
Yeah,
'Cause
same.
people make me tired. I don't know how else to say it.
Okay, this one I just need to know.
Oh god.
Did you have an awkward phase?
Yes!
Yay!
So I had big frizzy curly hair. My parents would not buy me a hair straightener.
Oh.
Mom, Dad, why did you do that?
Come
They
on.
would not, so I would actually iron my hair with a real iron. Don't try that at home. But I had big frizzy curly hair, glasses, braces, and I remember like when I went through puberty, probably TMI, like I was always in like giant sweatshirts and giant sweatpants because I was like, I don't know what's happening here. Like I just need to cover it all up with like basketball shorts and like a sweatshirt. And it was awkward.
I think you sound like the coolest awkward duckling ever.
I didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Did you?
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so.
Yeah, like it feels really painful.
Yeah, painful.
Painful. Middle school.
But
is-
it's important, you know, it's great that we have our little awkward faces. Something's happening.
Then I started modeling and I was like, clearly something's working here. Okay.
Yes, one. Okay.
That's literally
Like, oh, where'd this come from?
that. I can work with this.
Not bad. Thank you so much for coming.
for
That was so
having me.
much fun.
That was
We need
fun.
to have more matchas and talk about our genius plans
I know.
for the world.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot
You can
to
believe
do.
it.
Don't forget to subscribe to her channel and comment below what you guys want to see next.
Yes, or if you like these types of videos.
Yeah, do you like this video?
Yeah, please tell us.
What do you think of the couch?
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Bye.